Good evening and welcome to Stupid O'Clock News. I'm Lewis Lee and I also have a thing for Elise McKenna. A woman in Iowa is recovering after suffering a brain leak caused by a COVID-19 test. According to doctors, the nasal swab pierced the lining of the brain, but also stated it was a rare combination of medical issues at work. The woman was getting a COVID test before surgery to correct a hernia, but shortly after the test, her nose began running a clear fluid. The fluid was tested and came back positive for beta-2 transferrin, a marker that's almost exclusively found in brain and spinal fluid. After a CT scan and an MRI, it was determined the woman was suffering a rare condition called encephalocele, where the brain protrudes into the sinus cavity. The leak was repaired and the woman is recovering. Doctors say this was an extremely rare event and that the general public should not be afraid to take the nasal swab test for COVID-19, as it's much better than the other test being developed where the swab is inserted into the anus and recovered from the nasal cavity. That's the news. On with the show.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, you were going good right up till the end, Lewis.
I know.
Oh,
And that is a true story.
yes, it is. I've been
Thursday
following
published in JAMA. So
it. I had the COVID test. I think they got real close because I could feel it pushing on the brain. I could feel I had the headache afterwards, so they had to poke my brain a little bit.
well, the test that I took, I went down to a CVS in Dalton, and they actually, handed the test out to you in the drive-through, and you had to do it yourself. They said, "See that little notch? Put your fingers on there and just push that in there until your fingers touch your nose, and then give it a couple of twists." I'm like, I'm about here, and I'm like, oh, this is not fun. And I got a big schnoz. There was plenty of room.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Let's go ahead and bring the crew in. There's John, Blake,
Somebody save
Dan,
me.
and Heather. Oh, you had to do it to yourself.
Yeah.
Welcome, Carleen. Thank you for dropping in. What a great way to start the show. Oh, self-administered COVID-19 test. Oh, that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bueno.
It was not comfortable.
You want to know what actually?
I'm going ahead and just taking that because that hurt. That hurt just talking about it. And
Okay.
I'm taking two.
You want me to tell you something that'll make you feel better?
What?
President of these United States, Donald Trump, is sitting in a hospital room right now getting woken up so that they can do another COVID swab.
Let's hope he gets the anal test.
Any test
Let
you do
him
on
be in
Donald
that
Trump is an anal test.
Carleen says she's trying to erase that last story. Yeah.
No, I'm wrong. They can't administer an anal swab to Donald Trump.
Yes, they can.
His head's in the way.
Yes, exactly.
They're
I knew
actually
Dan was
doing
going
a
there.
study to see if you can pass COVID anally.
And
You
by
mean
the way,
virus?
Carleen, that is Carl Whitzman's better half. So
No wonder she's using an assumed name.
well, I wasn't going to go there,
Well,
but
speaking of which, thoughts and prayers going out to Donna McKill, Joe's wife.
Because
She's not
she's
sick
Joe's
or
wife.
anything. She's just married to Joe.
Yeah. It's going to be one of those nights, isn't it?
ain't nobody safe.
Oh, 7 minutes
Oh.
into the show.
Yeah. Well, there is some bad economic news that dropped earlier today.
You've seen my checking account.
Mine too.
Regal Cinemas is closing.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate that because the Regal
Somebody
Cinema
buy
is
it
the
up
one
real
that I
fast.
like most.
Yeah.
That's the one where you can reserve your seat and sit in a nice plush recliner.
Yeah.
Around here, you can get a ticket and have the entire theater to yourself. Nobody
That's
else
kind of how it is right
going.
now. Yeah.
Hmm. No, our Regal Theater does pretty good here.
Now, which one are you talking about? The one out by?
One out by Hamilton Place. It used to be the
Yeah.
Dollar Theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they.
Well, you go online there, and they've got seating charts, and you can actually pick out the seat you want, buy the tickets, and you just walk up, show them the QR code on your phone, and they give you the tickets, and you go in. And man, these chairs, they're nicer than anything I've got at home. Real nice.
I like the dinner theaters where they like serve the meal with.
Yeah, I've never
movie.
done that. They've got
Hey,
one downtown, but
if you get a chance, do it, and they bring you out like beer and wine.
Dan's
I don't drink beer and wine, so.
Oh well.
I want to go to a medieval times.
Oh, that is fun.
Is the
I've been to the one
Dollywood
down in
did the
Marietta.
Dixie Stampede?
It's not Dixie Stampede. It's now
Not
called
Dixie, it's
Stampede.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
They
like to
didn't
go.
have enough beer.
I actually experienced a medieval times type meal once before medieval times, and it was down in New Orleans, and it was a traveling show. It was kind of weird. They would go to a nice hotel. They would rent out the banquet hall for a week or a month, however long they thought they could sell tickets, and they had a dinner where King Henry VIII was on his throne at the end of the room and pretty much performed a stand-up or sit-down routine, and his court jester masturbates. Yeah. And the tables were all rough-hewn oak tables and benches, and you had serving wenches. There was no utensils. It was pewter plates and mugs, and my theater group from high school went. We had just finished. We had just wrapped up Jesus Christ Superstar, so this was our cast party, and so we went to this, and it was just a blast. One of the serving wenches walked by, and I reached around and I pinched her on the butt. She turned around. She thought my buddy Noel had pinched her. Bam! I mean, she clocked him one, man. It was so funny. He kids me about that to this day. And that was 1976.
Yeah, it was still legal to do that then.
What, pinch wenches?
Yeah. Now there
Medieval wenches? Boy, that law was on the books for a long time, wasn't it?
there used to be a restaurant here in the area called Longstreet's Charge.
Hmm.
And it was Civil War themed, and they pretty much brought your soup around in a cast iron pot, dipped it out on.
Cool.
Oh, do you remember Sailmakers? Here, it was on Brainerd Road.
Hmm.
All the waiters and hostesses and everything were movie-themed character actors. So you could get Groucho Marx as your waiter, Mae West, Dolly Parton, just all these people playing different characters.
Where was that? Was that up close to the tunnels?
No, it was down near Goonie Golf somewhere.
Okay.
But no, wait, I'm sorry. It's farther on down toward the tunnels. It was across from Eastgate Mall.
Oh, okay.
Hang on a minute. Let me look at a map real quick.
Well, that's getting farther from the tunnels.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one niche thing that only happened in Nashville one time? No, I don't think you did.
No.
But yes, to answer your question, you would really like Medieval Times.
Yeah.
And the food is actually really good.
There's supposed to be one up here somewhere.
There's one in Marietta. Oh yeah, that's right. Your other end.
Yeah. I think it's north of Nashville, maybe Kentucky. I don't know. Now I gotta go
I'm
look.
surprised there isn't one in Gatlinburg.
I thought there were only 3. Well, at least on the East Coast. Because there's Lawrenceburg, Georgia, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and somewhere in Illinois.
I think, if I remember correctly,
Stromberger.
Sailmakers was where the Ichiban Steakhouse is now, but I might be wrong.
Okay. That was just a little before my time.
You're a little older than me.
Right
I
around the same
remember
time.
going there as a kid. So
Yeah, well, my parents wouldn't go out to Brainerd because let's
Okay.
not go there.
I don't think so.
all the good restaurants were out there, though.
Yeah.
I'm
Shakey's?
looking at the list. There's only about a dozen of them, and the nearest one to you is going to be Atlanta.
Everybody, huh?
Well, anybody on this call, yeah.
Yep.
Atlanta, Georgia is the main one here, and then they've got Baltimore, Buena Park, California, Chicago, Dallas, Lyndhurst, New Jersey, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Orlando, Florida, Scottsdale, Arizona, and Toronto, Ontario. That's it.
Yep.
I thought there were more.
Like I said, I'm surprised Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge doesn't.
I
have
know, because that is so touristy.
Maybe it's because Dolly Parton has Stampede up there.
Doesn't
Yeah,
want to rival.
I mean, they got the Hatfields and McCoys thing.
Yeah,
they
I
got
forgot
a
about
bunch
that.
of those.
It's still
Yeah,
that's still
and,
very yonder and not a time far away from yonder. So that's where
I
they
want to
fit
go
in.
to Hatfield and McCoy.
I'm actually related to the Hatfields. Distant.
I'm related to the McCoys.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Oh no!
Carly Carlene says it's one up in Chi-Town. I
Yeah,
guess
Chicago.
Yeah, just right outside.
Okay, in 1982, the Sailmaker was converted to a fifth quarter steakhouse.
Okay, that is now the CVS
I believe you're
at
correct.
Spring Creek Road. Yeah, all right, we know where that is. Oh,
Before my time.
yes, way before.
Like I was born, but I wasn't cognate.
Well, I'm going to
What's
tell
that
you.
restaurant down there? It's a it was
What
a
are you
Red
laughing
Lobster.
at, Dan? What are you laughing at, Dan?
Oh, I'm trying not to pick on Heather.
Go
Really
for
am.
it. It doesn't
Oh,
bother
no.
me.
She's
You
training
said-
to be a nurse. She needs to learn to have a thick skin. And if she
You
I
does,
have a
said-
thick skin.
there you go.
I was born and I immediately leaped to the Steve Martin movie.
I was born a poor black child.
Give the man a cigar.
Hey, I'm tired of political correctness. I'm
The
gonna
jerk.
slap liberals in the face.
Yeah, well, my mind works in strange ways and makes non-obvious leaps of logic.
I think
There
I
you
think
go.
Lewis, you're the one that posted it. Are these two people fighting and somebody standing over to the side?
Yep. I'm one of those that I see the stupidity in both political parties and choose
Yep.
not to participate.
There's only two things wrong with the United
I'm an
States government:
independent.
Republicans and Democrats.
I'm an
Yeah.
independent, so I vote for the politician I think will screw up the least.
There
Yeah,
you go.
I'm right
totally
there with you,
Lewis.
buddy.
That is
Like-
my philosophy exactly.
The whole thing with, oh, he's so horrible. I hope he dies in a fire, blah, blah, blah. It's like you're wishing the pilot of your jet
Yeah.
plane to crash into a mountain. We're all in this together.
Yeah,
Get over it.
nobody on the plane has a parachute.
Exactly.
I don't like the guy.
Yeah.
I don't wish him ill.
Yeah, I don't wish him ill or dead or anything.
I wish him replaced.
But with that same argument about wishing the pilot of the plane would die, watching him get arrested and tasered in the airport before he gets on the plane is
There you
actually
go.
That would have
quite
been.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm
that would have
looking
been very
forward to him being
satisfying.
tasered and arrested and being drug off the airplane.
Yeah, what happens if he's like, no, I'm not going? If he loses, what the heck?
Exactly.
Then he'll be
That's
tasered in the airplane after it lands.
I would love to be
Yeah.
a lab technician at Walter Reed Hospital and just keep Donald Trump in the hospital with positive COVID results for like the next.
Eventually, that means Sir Gulag would be our president. So I don't know if that's any better.
Hmm.
Yeah, he would try to reform us and make us better people by sending us to it. And
I don't
Pray
think he's
the
gonna.
gay
I don't
away.
think he's gonna make it to the election, to be honest. But,
Oh, here's what I see is the funniest damn thing in the world. Pence comes down with COVID. They both go on ventilators. Guess who's in charge?
Yeah, I know. Pelosi. Don't bring it up again.
Okay,
It's like
change the
having
subject.
Gladys Kravitz in charge of everything.
I'd like to state this publicly for the record. I don't think Nancy Pelosi has the balls to go visit Donald Trump in his room at the hospital. She's just that horrible person.
I know. No high fives or hugs or anything.
My question
aren't we a bunch?
is why did
And your
Trump
little dog too.
get taken to the hospital, but Melania didn't?
I know. And then what's up?
Yeah, and the thing that was so funny is the tweet where he acknowledged that he had tested positive
And they're doing it
he
together.
and Flotus that they were doing it together. And 8 hours later, that son of a bitch on a helicopter to Walter Reed, and her ass is staying at the White
here's
House.
The thing. Like, I'm worried about both of them's health. Honestly, no one deserves this in any stretch of form.
No,
But what about
I'm more worried about the kid.
No. Listen to me out. What about Barron? Barron's there part time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what about the special needs
My
child?
my wife,
Hey,
my wife asked
when you're
about
ready,
that. I'm
thumbs
like,
up or just
do you
jump
really
on in.
think that there's any personal contact between Donald Trump and his son?
Hell no.
Limitedly.
Not if the son's
He
smart.
doesn't have anything to do with the son until the son can work for him and become,
Another
somewhat
flunky.
profitable. Yeah. Because
Aren't
the
we
two sons
a
that he has
cynical
now are
bunch of people?
absolutely wastes of skin.
Well, you know what they said? What do you call it when a bus full of politicians goes off a cliff?
An improvement.
A good start.
Yeah. What's
Be
that?
careful. We don't want to be marked as seditious.
What's the name of that? What's the name of that TV show where the explosion happened and the guy who was in charge of like HUD housing and became the president? That TV show. I can't think of what it's called.
Designated Survivor.
Yeah, something
And
like
I
that.
don't even watch TV, and I knew that.
Yeah, something like that.
Which
would
was
be
actually a good show. Of course, they rolled it to Netflix to close it out, and of course they did end it when he actually was elected as president.
I saw the
You
first
ever,
season. Thought it was pretty decent.
Okay. Any of y'all familiar with the Jack Ryan series from Tom Clancy?
I
yeah.
have the process, but
Um,
the thing, but I don't use it.
He was a Marine that was going to Annapolis and was injured in a helicopter crash in training, and spent his last year at Annapolis in a hospital bed doing all his test stuff. Well, he couldn't stay in the Marine Corps because of his back injury, so he winds up getting a job with the CIA as an analyst. And through a series of events throughout these series of books,
Yeah.
keeps
He
getting
had a lot of
promoted.
plastic surgeries because he looked different in every movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
He winds up being the assistant director of the CIA.
Oh, really?
Then winds up being the director of the CIA.
Oh.
And then, due to a scandal with the vice president of the United States, gets asked to be the vice president of the United States. At which point, a terrorist attack kills the president of the United States, and Jack Ryan becomes president of the United States in the last book.
A cunning
kidding.
plan.
Wow.
There's that.
Bet you
Dead of-
Harrison Ford wishes he'd stayed with the series. Of course, he already played the president in Air Force One, so
Yeah.
don't dip into that well again.
Okay, who was your favorite presidential actor? And
Oh,
don't
I would have to
Ronald
say-
Reagan. I mean, yeah.
I would
Yeah,
have
not
to say
Ronald
Kevin
Reagan,
Kline.
no.
Kevin Kline and Dave.
Kevin Kline was a good one.
Bill Pullman in Independence Day.
That's
That's a good one.
Mm,
Morgan Freeman in what was it? Deep Impact.
something down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Deep Impact.
Deep Impact?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because he played it again in one of the
He played God too. So that was,
Well, a lot of us do that.
Then
Terry
There
Crews.
he is.
There he is. Welcome
Jack-
back, Skunk.
What up?
Jack Nicholson and Mars Attacks.
Thank you. I was
Another
just
good-
about to say that when the conversation flagged.
and then
Terry
of course
Crews
Danny
in
Glover
Idiocracy.
in 2012. And got to give him credit for one thing. He decided to go down with the ship. So. But I thought it was ironic that at the very end, that tidal wave's coming in toward Washington, D.C., and you see the aircraft carrier flipping over sideways, getting ready to land on the President of the United States, and the aircraft carrier is the John F. Kennedy. If that ain't ironic, I don't know what.
That'd be about the time I'd be getting out the surfboard.
Now, Lewis, I know you said you hate Woody Harrelson.
I didn't say I hate him. I just
He was
I'm
great in that
not a
movie.
big fan of his acting.
You need to see LBJ.
Ooh.
He plays Lyndon Johnson.
As Lewis just swallowed really hard on that one.
I mean, from the stories I've heard of LBJ and the way Woody Harrelson portrayed him, it was believable.
I lived through LBJ's
Yeah.
entire presidency.
Antics.
So did
He was a piece of work. Now, he did a lot of good
Yeah.
for the poor in this country, but he was personally an asshole. He was probably the second biggest asshole to the current asshole.
Well, he's from Texas. Every president from Texas was an asshole.
How many have
That's
there
what you
been?
did there.
Name one president from Texas that wasn't.
I can't name any other presidents from Texas.
Both the Bushes.
Oh, well, you see, I think of them as Massachusetts, Kennebunkport. Yeah. I mean, I know they're technically based in Texas, but you know, they seem to embrace New England more than Texas while they were president.
Yankee transplants.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and my problem with that is I don't think of them as assholes. I mean, Shrub I thought was pretty damn dumb, but not technically an asshole.
41 wasn't an asshole. I mean, and 43,
43 got stuck with the really bad shtick right there.
Yeah,
So
ineffective, but not a bad person, just not the right person in the right place at the right time.
yeah, well,
God.
Actually, he was the right person at the right time for one thing. Change my hat around. Change my headset around. It was choking me.
We're still waiting for you to elaborate on that last
you
statement.
were starting a thought, and then
Oh,
your
well,
thought train
his-
derailed.
well,
He took the headphones out, and it just went right over his ear.
Leaked right out.
No, 9/11. He was. I don't think Al Gore could have done what needed to been done.
Al Gore would have been like, "It's okay. We'll get the internet on this, and it will be fine. I've created it just for this scenario." You know, that's what he would have done, honestly.
Well, there is one thing that I will say that an Al Gore presidency would not have done that would have been in our favor, and he would not have made it personal. He would not have gone after Hussein because Hussein tried to kill his daddy.
Yeah.
True.
I would love to have had Eisenhower in the office at that
If
time.
we could have just gone after Al Qaeda,
Yeah.
and done that, but you know, he had to drag Iraq into it, and I think that's where we made our biggest mistake.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
Dan just said something. Could you imagine what Eisenhower would have done?
BTW Eisenhower was from Texas.
Yeah, Eisenhower would have just gone, all right, send the birds over.
Eisenhower was from Texas?
According to Wikipedia.
I thought he was from Pennsylvania. I know he's got a farm up there.
I did a Google for presidents from Texas, and there was a Wikipedia that popped up, and it said all the different presidents and where they were from.
Skunk? Are you
And
okay?
it did not say that the Bushes were from Texas.
No.
Well, then that article is now
All right.
suspect
Yes, very.
Yeah,
because they are from Texas. George W. was the governor of Texas.
Yeah.
You don't get much more from Texas than
No.
that.
Oh, that just means your attendance is good in Texas.
Yeah.
Well, he was also a member of the Texas Air National Guard. Not
Again.
a good member, but a member.
So
Hey.
was Gene Roddenberry,
Hey.
right?
Hey, he never
I thought
crashed an
Roddenberry
airplane
was
like it.
Air Force proper.
Yeah, he never crashed an airplane like his daddy did. So
No.
Well, his
Skunk,
daddy
what's
was
wrong?
in a war.
Skunk's not in it.
According
Skunks.
technically, so was Junior.
to POTUS.com,
No, technically, Junior was not in country.
according to POTUS.com, the
Yeah.
Bushes were not born in Texas.
Okay.
Where were they?
Okay, so they weren't born in Texas, but they
yeah.
definitely made their lives in Texas.
Yeah,
Well, where was-
livelihood. Yeah, I
Then where was
consider-
W born?
HW was born
Not
in
HW.
Massachusetts.
Okay.
And W was born in Connecticut.
Well, I'll be damned.
That makes sense.
And then they've got a family in Florida, so they were just dropping babies all over the damn place.
Hey, now.
Couldn't hold a job.
Look up my
from place to
family
place.
tree.
And not a
sometime.
single one of the presidents that served from Tennessee were born in Tennessee.
Not even Polk?
Mm-mm.
There is no Tennessee on this list.
Of course, Tennessee used to be North Carolina on Commodore.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Long
was
time.
Franklin.
That was
State
later,
of Franklin.
much later.
That was the split.
North Carolina used to go all the way to the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
Another downside to this is a lot of the presidents that they say were born in Virginia were not born in Virginia. They just touched down in Virginia when they came to this country from Britain.
Well, heck, I think Virginia changed.
Well, you can't be foreign born and be a president.
That was
When
You could.
our
when
country
there
was first
no,
founded,
Yeah.
that wasn't the case.
Yeah,
Because
most
everybody's
everyone
British.
was not from here.
Yeah, really. You would have had to have a Native American president to have been native born here in the first 50
Hey,
years of this country.
Hey, I don't make the rules.
That's what we need to do.
what?
We don't enforce them either.
Next election for president, we need to find a Native American candidate
We had one, Pocahontas.
for president.
Who was the senator that rode a motorcycle to work?
was
was
it an
it,
Indian
uh,
motorcycle?
No, I believe it was a Honda, but
I think it was Senator Bronson.
he's either from Arizona or New Mexico. I can't remember which.
I actually saw a Harley Davidson. I won't. I don't know if I could ever afford it, but I found a Harley.
Which shop was it in?
I just saw the ad for it on TV.
Oh,
Hey, and it won't leak oil.
because it's
Then
electric.
it's not a Harley Davidson.
Yeah,
They have
No.
a new electric
They have
motorcycle
electric.
out.
electric Harley
Oh,
Davidson.
the electric. Okay.
There's a special on, I think it's Netflix, where Ewan McGregor and a friend of his
Mm-hmm.
are traveling from the southern tip of South America to LA on electric motorcycles. That looks like it could be
That's
an
actually
interesting show.
a
um,
sequel to a sequel.
Oh, really?
Hmm. They do Los Angeles to Los Angeles to New York the long way around. It's really good if you
Through
can find
Alaska?
it. I forget how they do it. I only caught the middle of the series, but they literally go the other way around through China, through the Middle East. That's a
That's
beautiful
that
thing.
new,
Yeah,
that's
that
the
looks
new
cool.
electric Harley.
That looks cool.
Yeah,
I could dig
Not
that.
real fond of the seat, but
Finally, a quiet Harley too.
Mhm.
now,
Gary
according
Gould-
to regulations, if it's a Harley, they're going to have to install an oil can that dribbles.
You have to fill it up once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, really.
Joe,
And you park it. You have to park it in the living room, and have carpet floors.
a few years ago, Gary Poole had started talking to me about he wanted to do a show, and we were trying to figure out how many cameras and what kind of equipment we would need. But he wanted to for him and a friend to drive from the Pan American Highway from Alaska to Argentina.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
would
like
take,
and I got
that
the
would
video
it
take
would have been a
while.
year long. Would have been a year long trip.
Somebody's
I would-
going to have saddle sores off with that one.
Doesn't it? I mean,
Actually, I would like to go from Nome to Argentina.
because
on a
you'd have to
motorcycle.
start in North American summer up in Alaska,
Mm-hmm.
get to the equator about fall, so that you could make it all the way down to Patagonia
Mhm.
by their
In their
summer.
summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's feasible.
And it wasn't going to be on motorcycles, so no saddle sores.
Mm.
It was going to be in a sedan.
Hey, does that new electric Harley, does it come with like speakers where the muffler should be, just so it goes blah, 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 blah,
It
blah,
should.
Maybe you have to play it on a Bluetooth speaker or something.
blah. Driving down the road and all of a sudden it starts going baby shark doo doo doo. Oh, wrong tape, damn it.
There's
my
actually
Harley sound tape.
there's actually a prank video with someone installing that on someone's horn. Yes.
And every time they hit their horn goes baby shark doo doo doo.
Mhm.
Now I saw a video where a guy went and pulled the horn off the car, or had a horn, and plugged it into the brake thing for the trailer, and had his wife driving the car. Every time she hit the brakes, it'd blow the horn.
I've seen that one.
But under the car, it sounded like the brakes were going bad.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was looking around at him like, and she's like, "What's wrong with my car?"
Yeah, that family does crazy crap to each other. I've seen that on Facebook. And I was totally wrong on the long way around. It's from London to New York, the long way around.
Oh, so they went the other way,
Yeah, they went.
counterclockwise.
Mm-hmm.
Or wait a minute.
A stealth Harley.
That's what it would be.
Great
Yeah.
for assassins.
Really? Strange enough, there is a picture I saw when I was looking for that picture that shows Black Widow from the Avengers riding one.
Movie plug, probably, that we don't know about yet.
Hey,
You know, what you want to bet the military gets a version of it?
and puts a mortar on it.
No.
A sidecar
Um,
with the 50 cal.
When the M3
No.
Bradley,
The reason I said that there is a photograph going around right now of a Vespa with a cannon mounted underneath the
Willis
seat.
rifle. Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
And
what
don't
would
you know
say-
that seat would get warm?
Yeah, don't you know the recoil would completely stop forward progress?
No, it's
On
recoilless
a
rifle.
Vespa, it would
Oh.
back it up at 70 miles an hour.
It's a recoilless rifle. It doesn't recoil. It's kind of like a bazooka that the blast goes out the back and the shell goes out the front.
Now, what about?
They're
Somebody
loud as
just-
hell. But, yeah.
Yeah, Carly goes, "A quiet Harley. What's the use of that?"
Instead of going broom, broom, you go zzz.
Hey, Carlene, if you feel like shoot me a quick message and I will.
Oh, he'll
If-
drop you in the show.
Yeah, I'll drag you into the show.
There's room for 3 more.
I'm going to tell you, Carly, her real name is Donna. If we had this Donna on the show, it would completely change this show.
Win-win situation right there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not touching that line. I want to keep all my friends, thank you.
Carly, I do need to know how much cracking have you had tonight?
Why would you need to know that?
Hey, she knows how to do it. Kraken's awesome.
Well, why do I need to know that? Because I need to know if we can bring her on the show.
This coming from you
Yeah.
after that last show you did?
Mhm.
No, that was 2 weeks. That was 3 shows ago now. So we're good.
Yeah, really. The liquor stores cut him off.
Oh no,
3 drinks. She's drinking water.
you're drinking what?
Hey, healthy
Hey, now,
hydration.
nobody should be drinking water. You know what fish do in that?
Hey, what about stogie? What stogie are you smoking?
Does Donna smokes? Does Donna smoke
Oh
stogie?
yes, oh yeah. Her and Carl have a show to where they sit and they call it the Drunken Rant, and they actually drink and smoke stogies.
I need to
And
go
they
to
haven't
the cigar
invited
store.
you.
You know the best cigar I ever got? You know where I got it? Then you'll love this. Downtown Disney in Florida.
Facebook, if you shoot you a message. How Facebook, if you wish. Oh shoot, I don't care. Hold on. Let me try this. Since you're watching on the YouTubes, I'll just do that. How about that?
Well, now anybody can get on the show.
Well, that would be fun. We can bring
We
up.
still have the right to
that-
not
yeah,
bring them in
Yeah,
and
because they're
kick
in the
them.
bottom. They won't see nobody will see lewd content. So you can flap it around if you want to, just not getting on the show.
We've already got more hosts than watchers. So.
Yeah. Hey,
If there's a wiener on that monitor, I swear to God, Stu.
Yes.
there she is.
Oh,
There she went.
And there she goes.
Damn, you run her off.
She disappeared.
We had you up. I just
She
brought you
picked
in.
up her phone or something, and I don't know what she was doing, but she picked up her phone and disappeared.
She's
She was holding up something
Mar-
in a stogie.
Marudo Nub. Okay.
Maduro.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. We're going to change topics here. Alexa, whose turn is it to change topic?
Okay, let me pick. Luis.
That would be me.
That would be you.
That would
Hi,
be
Donna.
the French version of
Hi,
you.
Donna.
Hey, Donna.
girl. Hey, everyone.
Welcome
Hello.
to 7 o'clock.
That's a big cigar.
Yes.
It is.
It's the only kind to get.
No, I'm used to the folks that smoke the little ones, actually.
The cigarello.
Cigarellos.
Yes.
Or technically,
A
cigarettes.
little bit larger than that, but
Yeah.
If you're going to go big.
Her and Carl talk cigars a lot. And then Carl actually has a cigar show with Ted. What's his last name? Ted.
What's Carl Witzman?
Yeah. Carl Witzman. And then
With Ted Davis.
Ted Davis. Yeah, they've got a cigar show, and don't they talk rums or something else?
Ted
Cigars.
Davis. Yeah.
So yeah, Donna's
Right now, they're just calling it Ted and Carl's cigar show.
cigar show. Okay. So Lewis, give us a topic. See, I've got Alexa set up to change topics now.
Okay. Well, the topic would be it's kind of disturbing when Facebook launches. It's always throwing up something. Are you registered to vote? No.
Yeah.
So finally, I'm like, okay, it has a button on there that says check your
Yeah,
registration.
I wondered about that, but I figured it'd try and turn me into a Democrat.
No, so I clicked on it,
Yeah.
and it brings you to Georgia's my voter page. And what is disturbing about that
Yeah.
is that only knowing my first initial, last name, and date of birth and county of residence, I was able to access my voting record.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not how I voted, but all my information. I found that very disturbing. And what was even more disturbing is that I was able to print that information out. Okay. And then I said, I went back and started the process again. This time put in my wife's first initial, last name, date of birth, and county of residence, and got hers. And I turned her into a Republican. No, I did not. But I could have. And that's disturbing. I think that having access to your own data is a great thing.
Yeah.
But there has to be at least one verification of identity first. I think you should have to go to the registrar's office and say, I would like to have online access to my voter registration record. And then they can say, well, can we see some form of identification? And then I can show them my driver's license and my passport. And they can say, yes, you are Mr. Lee. And what would you like for your password? Write it down.
Tennessee, you have to verify your social online. So that's a little tougher.
Well, you don't need that much for Georgia.
No,
as long as you're breathing, they're going to count you.
They're going to count you.
That is scary, actually.
It is.
As a real test, you should have someone in another state try that.
Or does it actually pick up what state? Do you have to choose what state you're?
No. The link on Facebook took me directly to Georgia's My Voter page.
Okay, so Facebook has harvested your information.
Well, they harvest it through your IP.
Yeah.
But there is a little fun thing that says change state, so you can really freak it out if you want to.
Okay. I think Donna is actually checking that. It looks like.
She's getting into it.
It says that I'm not registered to vote.
Well, you see, that's why I checked it. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't somehow accidentally get purged.
Online. I still have my card.
There are no reasons for me to have been purged because I don't miss an election. But, I heard that recently Georgia did purge 20,000 people from the voter rolls. I just wanted to make sure.
I just got a new Georgia driver's license, so I'm pretty sure I'm registered for every damn thing in Georgia now.
I had to re-register last year after I got my name change.
Yeah.
So I know I've got a voter registration card.
Mine still have my old address on it. So
is your card your old name or your new name?
My new one.
Wow.
It doesn't. I went to the website and it doesn't recognize my married name or my maiden name.
Do you have your whole punch ID?
What?
Do you have your whole punched ID? When you got your name changed, they gave you your old ID back with the hole punch through it?
No, they didn't.
Really?
I have it without a hole punch.
That's dangerous.
They gave me my old Tennessee license back without a hole punch.
Yeah, they're supposed to punch a hole through.
Yeah, when I was living in Tennessee and had to get a new license, I got my old license back, and I just kept that one with my passport, and that way I didn't have to
because if you're
dig out two different.
Like if your stuff says one thing or another, take the other.
We both still have the paper copies where we went and renewed our license at a kiosk.
Yeah.
And they still take those, and they're not supposed to when you buy alcoholic beverages.
Yeah, that one's no go for Tennessee.
Just like in Tennessee, if your ID has expired, they're not legally allowed to sell you alcohol
or tobacco.
Really?
Yep.
I've got places that I go to buy beer that they don't
I always
even.
get that one kid. What's your birthday?
It's like I'm 3 times your age. Shut up, give me beer. Yeah, I got a corner store. I just walk in.
Really?
Now.
I got places where people don't even ask for an ID.
Well,
I'm sorry, Heather. I'd card you every time.
If the cop sent somebody in here who was underage, y'all would lose your license. You need to start checking this stuff.
That's how my corner
and they
store
go,
is.
Well, you don't have a brown hair on your head anymore. You're old enough.
Yeah.
Oh. I had one ask me, "Are you old enough to be buying this?" Kid, I got grandkids your age.
I have actually had them refuse to sell me alcohol before because my ID had expired at midnight. And it was after midnight. And they were like, nope, it's expired.
Your ID expired. Your birth date didn't.
Yeah, when I was running
some people are just too damn stupid for words.
I ran con security for a party, and we had to turn someone away who had their under 21, and the expiry date was the day they turned 21. And of course, they They were at the con. Yeah.
Oh, I'm old enough now.
So
When I turned 21, I made sure to go a couple of days early and get my ID. And it still said that I was under 21,
I was
but
at
the
that.
expiration date had changed.
I was at that age where, when I turned 18, I could buy alcohol. But that same year was the year they switched it to 21. So I got to like buy alcohol for like 2 months. And I think it took effect May 15th or something like that. But I had to buy alcohol for like 2 months, and all of a sudden they wouldn't sell it to me. And then I joined the Army. So, everybody would sell me alcohol. Then I finally turned 21.
You went to the PX, you got anything you wanted.
Well, any of the on-base clubs would sell you.
Yeah.
So, heck, most of the off-base places, if you went in there with a military ID card, they'd sell you alcohol, even if you weren't 21. But the day I turned 21, we went to a party. I showed up. I ordered alcohol. Nobody checked my damn ID card. I was so disappointed.
The one time
And you were
wanna
so
throw it in their
One
face.
time I actually wanted them to ask me for my ID and go, 21, bitch. and just,
The first time that I got asked for my ID, it wasn't to check to make sure that I was 21. Well, it kind of was. It was the person didn't believe that I was old enough, because then that made them old enough to know. They had known me since I was 2.
Oh.
I'm in the con suite getting beer. You're not old enough to have that. Yes, I am. No, you're not. I'm only this. I'm old enough.
my mom, she'll go out shopping with me or doing something like that, and I have to show my ID. She hates it.
When my daughter turned 18, she says, "It's after midnight. I'm 18. I'm going to go buy cigarettes." So she went down to the convenience store. Thing is, I knew the girl that worked at the convenience store. So I called them and said, "Megan's on her way down to buy cigarettes. It's after midnight and all that. Tell her she can't buy them till 6 a.m.
Was that the Tiger Mart?
Yeah.
Back then it was on the run.
Yeah.
Joe, it's a wonder nobody's killed you in your sleep.
In his sleep?
She
Yes.
came back madder
Have you
than
met Donna?
she'll do
She
it in
won't
his
wait
awake.
till he goes to sleep.
No, she'll just look at him and go like, "How's the chili?"
Well,
Enjoy the
Megan
lima
goes-
beans.
Some of
Megan
those
came-
Lucretia Borgia spices really taste good in that, don't they?
Megan came back cussing, fussing, screaming. I said, "What's wrong?" She said, "They can't sell me cigarettes till 6 a.m. I went, "Well, that's their rule." She said, "You called them, didn't you?"
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the
No.
fight started.
She was just buying them for a rite of passage, wasn't she?
Yeah.
I've seen so many kids do that.
Oh. Yeah, Donna, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a terrible practical joker.
Actually, he's a fairly successful practical joker, which is bad.
He got Donna to marry him.
So
No, my wife's name's Donna also.
yeah, I knew that.
No, I think the best one was when I said, "Ooh, everybody, check it out! Chrome's got a new update. Click Alt F4."
And everyone's like,
And I know
Yeah.
somebody that fell for it, and then commented on me.
I'm sure they were very polite.
Skunk, how'd you do that?
Do what?
Don't turn
You
your
don't
mic on, Skunk. We can't hear you.
His mic's on. I heard him.
he doesn't
Yeah,
have
I
a
heard
title.
He dropped out and dropped back. What the hell was that?
That new
One of those-
electric
one of-
Harley
one
you
of
were
them
talking
Harleys.
about.
Somebody
What did I
popped
do?
in. Somebody popped into the room for a second and then dropped out. I don't know what happened.
It was
No.
a drive-by.
Skunk popped out and then popped back in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got disconnected somehow. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
Skunk's playing his driving game. That's what the noise was.
Are you playing Among Us?
I was testing something. I read something online about it. Apparently, if you set your computer clock to the 31st of 2019,
Yeah.
and then start Among Us, you unlock a bunch of items.
Oh.
Did it work?
Yep.
Okay.
That's
Well,
My-
congratulations.
My little spaceman in Among Us now has a mohawk.
All right. Let's go with the new topic. Alexa, whose turn is it to pick a new topic?
Looks like it's Greg.
Who the hell is Greg?
Hell, I don't know.
Donna, you're officially Greg.
Joe programmed it.
Wait a minute. Alexa, whose turn is it to pick a new topic?
I am going to go with Jan.
It fucking reset. It's got the Brady Bunch listed in there. All right, the hell with you then.
I'm thinking, wait a minute. I got a cousin by that name, but
We only need one. Hold on, we need one more person. Then we could do the Brady Bunch.
Technically, Donna would be in the Jan spot.
Yeah,
no,
we need.
that's a 3x3. We've got a 4x2.
Right.
Yeah, we need one more person to drop in, and we can do the Brady Bunch. We have been trying to get the Brady Bunch in.
Or as
Wait a
Lewis
minute.
likes it, the Hollywood Squares.
If we get one more person, and it goes, then Skunk would be Jan.
Not necessarily.
If it drops
it may
over where Donna
Because
is
it
right
may
now,
shuffle
I think,
everybody
it shuffles
when
this
it
way.
goes.
Right. We'll see. I guess that'd be Cindy.
Ooh.
No, Cindy would be on the other side, bottom. Yes, that will make.
No,
you
the girls
Cindy.
were on the right.
Yeah.
The girls were on the right.
Wait. No.
Looking at
Girls
the
are on the
screen.
right.
Weren't they?
Adults
No,
are in the middle.
that
and
would
the boys-
actually make you Mr. Brady.
Ooh.
It would make Blake, if it rotates properly, it would make Blake Cindy.
And whoever is in the middle is automatically Charles Nelson Riley.
He wasn't on that show. That
Donna would
was
be
a Ghost and Mrs. Muir.
Donna will wind up being Alice. Because that'll put her in the middle.
Oh, that's my ride.
Don't feel bad, Donna. That makes me Mrs. Brady. Carol. Yeah. What was the husband's name?
Husband.
Bob.
Mike Brady.
Mike
Brady. Thank you. Yeah. Mike and Carol.
Is that coming through your mic, Dan?
No, not live. No, it's not.
I have a fan. That's it.
I'm hearing a siren.
Had a trivia contest one time, and the question was, what was the name of the dog on the Brady Bunch? My answer was Florence Henderson. Wrong answer. It was Tramp. But who's living next to the hospital?
I live in a ghetto neighborhood, but it wasn't me.
Was that you, Donna?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're coming to take you away. Haha. They're coming to take you away.
It's posted on my Facebook.
Yeah.
See if we can get someone to join us.
Yeah, we had something like that last night. Evidently, there was a very bad car wreck up near the end of the road I live on. And we had a cop car coming down a 45-mile-an-hour road at 70. And we're lucky he didn't have a wreck. And then there was an EMT coming along about 15 minutes later that was doing a more sedate 60. And we've already had like 8 car wrecks in my front yard because of the S-curve that my driveway is on. So anything over 45 is really pushing your luck.
There was a wreck one time on Hickson Pike in the S curves, and the cop that was responding to it was getting there about 80 miles an hour, which you don't come. I don't care what you're driving. You don't come through the S curves at 80 miles an hour. And he came around a corner. Oh man, it doesn't do Brady Bunch.
Hold on a minute.
No, it's going to do the.
There we go.
There we go. So Joe gets to be Alice and Marcia.
And then we get a very interesting view of Joe.
Then Lewis gets to be Jan.
That was
Blake
definitely a
gets to be
booger
Cindy.
check.
Marsha.
Heather gets to be Greg. Skunk gets to be Peter. Or wait, no, then Donna gets to be Bobby.
Peter.
Yeah, because the boys are on this side. The girls are on that side.
Yeah, I wish there was a way we could reverse the camera so we don't have to
I'm
point in
Bobby.
opposite directions.
So who
I
we
can
got
do it
popping
natively on my side, I think.
Oh.
But I would be backwards then.
Oh, Heather, that's why I'm always looking up when we're doing rocket shows.
That's a pretty cool setup.
Yeah, I thought about doing that with my desktop monitor. If I could mount it another 6 inches higher on the desk rather than sitting on the desk, then I would have room to see the entire screen above the laptop here.
I got a guy who's going to sell me 2 monitors fairly cheap, and one you can rotate the monitor to vertical, which is nice. So I'm going to have one monitor above me, then one to the side of me, which will be really nice.
I'm running out of room for monitor space here. I got the iPad down here, the laptop here. I've got the desktop up there. Anything else, if I pulled out one of the other tablets, it's going to have to be over here, where I've got a table I could put it on over here.
Just so y'all know, me and Skunk went to Grumpy's Records and Tapes and Books and stuff. No, McKay. We went to McKay's. I'm sorry. We went to McKay's used book, and they have gaming monitors in their electronics section pretty cheap.
As soon as I can find Dan. Dan, are you jumping out for a minute?
I have got to take a bio break. I will be right back.
It is the 12 o'clock hour.
Ah.
For
One
all
hour
you
goes by
people
fast.
in the Eastern
I don't know, you people in the future.
time zone.
Now, I really wish we had recorded the after show of Stupid O'Clock Thursday night.
No, the whole thing.
We did. It was after the after
The
show.
after show.
Yeah, it was the after show.
Does
Because
that
you
mean
can't.
we're going to have to do another show?
No.
Wait, you can't replicate that again, can you?
No.
Oh,
no
yeah.
way.
He can't
just-
replicate our reaction.
No.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that reaction was. My ribs hurt the next day. I laughed so hard.
Apparently,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Alexa and Samuel L. Jackson got a thing going on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alexa, what did Peanut say to the interpreter at the show?
I don't know that.
Alexa, what is Stupid O'Clock?
Here we get this now.
According to Wikipedia, Stupid O'Clock is the best live stream
All right,
show
Alexa,
on Facebook
stop.
and YouTube.
That still works. Alexa, what was that?
Sorry, there is nothing for me to repeat.
One of the words, she's not participating in your crap.
I told you, hey, I told you about being rude to Alexa.
Uh-huh.
Alexa,
Bite in the butt.
what about SpaceX?
I don't care.
Okay.
Think she's tired of your BS, dude.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, guys, the jersey is because LSU beat Vandy tonight 41-7.
No.
We're
Vanderbilt.
back, baby. Mississippi State was a fluke.
It was Vanderbilt.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
When anybody says we beat Vanderbilt,
Yeah.
I mean, that's like saying, the Titans just beat Hickson High School.
Yeah, and that's like football.
Well,
Like if you said it
Hickson
in
High
bas-
School can still play football this week.
True.
Titans can't.
Like if you say Vanderbilt basketball, then you might have an actual game on your hands. But yeah, I work across the street from there. I work with a lot of their printing accounts, and we do a bunch of their sports program books and crap like that. But I'm not a fan whatsoever. I just have to hear about it constantly. But yeah, if you said Vanderbilt basketball, you might have had a real game on your hands. Football, not so much past couple of years.
All I know is I like their doctors.
Oh, they have great doctors.
Yeah,
Good
they
cardiac
do.
and neuro wards.
A friend of mine sent me a meme by private message. It was a picture of President Trump lying in a hospital bed. Obama's bending over and saying, "I'd like some more Obamacare now, cuz."
He didn't have to pay for anything, unfortunately, with that.
Yeah.
We do.
I know we have to pay for them.
Yeah, we'll
We
pay,
pay for it.
we are paying for his care this week.
For lack of a $3 for a $3 mask, now we're going to have to pay hundreds of thousands for his hospital bill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's okay if we split it up. It's only like a couple of cents a piece nationwide, so I think we'll front them this week.
300 million people, a couple of cents a piece. That's quite a hospital bill there.
Hey, they're charging. They're doing everything to them. That's the whole thing.
Oh, not
he's getting
everything.
like experimental stuff they've only done once on a guy, in Jersey a couple of days ago.
Yeah, he's.
So-
Oh, Chris Christie's got it.
Yes.
Did you guys hear that?
Mm-hmm.
And he is obese and he's got comorbidities. He might have a problem.
Yep.
Trump's in the same boat. I kicked it though, and I'm obese and have breathing problems and everything. So
Yeah, really.
Of course, he's also being monitored 24/7.
shit, I was left by myself at the house the whole 2 weeks, so I still kicked it.
Is it possible for a dog to get pneumonia?
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
anything, any mammal can pretty much get pneumonia.
Yep. All you need is lungs
Yep.
and exposure to the virus.
Yep. Same with bronchitis
Or bacteria.
or bacteria. Yeah.
Yeah, there's bacterial pneumonia.
Yeah.
I am getting the vaccine this spring for that and shingles.
I got to get both of those.
I'm of
soon.
that age.
My family has a history of it all, so I have to get it. Because I'm
I've got
almost
to-
40.
I have to go. Very soon. I'm going to have to go get my picture taken, and I don't want that.
Well, you want like where they do the tube
One
in
to
your
the
butt
front
picture?
and one to the side.
No, is it the rear quarters picture? 'Cause
Colonoscopy.
I have to go get my picture taken because my family's super high risk. So
My,
they said
Joe, I love you like a brother, but please don't post that one on Facebook.
no Polaroids, please.
Chicken.
But yeah, I have to go on my 39th birthday for my first one. So I got, because like 4 people in my family have had colon cancer. So both sides. So
Wow.
yeah.
You're definitely high risk.
I'm trying to get away with just having to poop in the box and mail it back to them.
It only gets certain types.
I did that one.
Yeah, they told me I have to go and say cheese. So
And then the doctor said, "Jesus, I said cheese, not cut the cheese."
exactly.
Oh God, that's.
And then the nurse, nurse hands him a cheap beer, and he says, "No, I said a butt light. I'm a proctologist." You dimwit.
My dad had to go for his colonoscopy, and I was the designated person to be there. And I had chili the night before.
I bet you did.
That was the emptiest waiting room anybody ever saw in their life.
No, this was after he came back and he was coming out of the anesthesia and all that. The nurse comes in and goes, "Whew, you're gassy tonight, Mr. McKeel." I just sat there and went,
Yep. That's my father.
Let's see. In less than 2 weeks, my wife has to go in for hers. And I will be her DD.
The problem with the colonoscopy is not the having it done.
Oh, no, it's the prep. That sucks.
Yeah, that's the day-long prep before, yeah.
I mean, I had a little backup problem one time. So the doctor told me to go to Walmart and get that little bottle about yay big.
Mhm.
Magnesium citrate.
And just, he says it's going to taste like a salty Sprite. Just go ahead, kill it, be done with it. And that should solve a lot of your problems.
2 hours later.
No, about 45
Hours or minutes?
minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
Seconds, probably.
Yeah.
Oh
After.
yeah, that stuff works quick.
The first one that I had to do 10 years ago, I shit things I ate when I was 4 years old.
It's like that chicken nugget shaped like a star. What the hell? You know?
Oh, look at that. A Flintstones vitamin.
No, when I drank that stuff, I'm sitting at actually in this room right here. I'm sitting here, I'm typing. All of a sudden I felt, I'm like, that was weird.
Time to get up and run.
Then it was, that was weird. Okay.
Give me an enema.
Couple more seconds later, it went, I went, oh God.
Yeah, after my hernia surgery, same boat.
I'm at the age to where when the first rumble happens, you go, oh God, and start running.
Exactly. Actually, it's better now. The first time I ever had one done, I had to go, and they gave me an enema there. They didn't have the drink. That's how old I am.
Worst
Soap
one I
and
ever
water.
did, we were doing a training on a new mine detector in the military. And
That'll do it.
They brought food out to us that morning
Uh-oh.
because we had to be there at like 4:30 in the morning, get everything set up. And they brought out powdered scrambled eggs. If you've ever been in the desert in 125-degree temperatures and they add milk to powdered scrambled eggs,
No,
I don't recommend it.
Any milk in a desert, I would consider suspect.
And I'm pretty sure what they did was they had some private sitting there opening the little boxes of the UHT milk, the ultra high shelf life milk, and poured it into this thing of eggs to make scrambled eggs. You ever seen the military make scrambled eggs these days? The powder comes in a bag. You open the little Ziploc thing on the top of it, pour in the water, close the Ziploc, shake it up, and then drop it in a bucket of hot water for 5 to 6 minutes. When it's done, you could open the bag and pour out all the scrambled eggs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a gallon at a time or whatever the bag is, the big bag.
I think it's 2 gallons.
2 gallons, yeah.
That reminds
Yeah,
me of
Mountain
the
Health
MASH
has a
episode.
thing like that now.
That reminds me of the MASH episode.
Which one?
They ate a lot of episodes.
11 years, man. It was a lot of episodes.
When they got the fresh eggs.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
And he scrambled them.
And he scrambled the
whole
thing.
bunch. Yeah.
And then they knocked them over and dumped them in the dirt.
And a few people were rather upset at that.
Nope. I couldn't.
That was a first season episode.
Yeah.
No, Winchester was there.
Yeah.
That would have been third, fourth season?
No,
Okay.
that'd be like
I've seen the episode, and I had started watching it from the beginning, and I didn't get but a couple of episodes into it before I got distracted. So it must be an episode that I saw with my dad.
Now, the thing that gets me about the, I think it's Sundance that runs a MASH marathon once a week.
TV Land did too. I don't know if they're still doing it, but
Well, they started the first episode and they go all the way up to the next to the last episode, but they won't play the last episode.
Goodbye, farewell, and amen.
Yes, which is one of the
Sucks.
best. Which was one of the best.
It was the
Yeah.
highest rated TV episode ever, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
of anything.
Yeah,
And they
exactly.
And they said at 11 p.m. on that night in New York City, everybody flushed their toilets, and there was a water shortage in New York for 2 days.
I believe that.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Now, who was the guy that was always there as the cook?
Mm.
Oh,
Sometimes they had the mess hall guy, Rizzo.
Yeah, Rizzo.
No, not
no,
Rizzo.
Rizzo was Motorpool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Igor?
but sometimes he was in the kitchen.
Igor, I think. Yeah.
Igor, yeah.
Well, Igor was a server, but there was a chef, a real skinny older guy.
Yeah.
Always had a cigarette sticking out of his mouth.
No, it's Igor that I was thinking
Yeah,
of.
it's
He was
Trubisky.
also he
Yeah.
was also the voice of Garfield in some of the cartoons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
speaking of
Jeff
I
Maxwell.
thought that was Lorenzo Music. That was
There
Garfield's
was-
voice. The guy that was Carlton the doorman on Rhoda.
Yeah. He's the
Yeah,
one
that's
that did
Lorenzo
Garfield.
Music.
Not the same guy?
Mhm.
Nope.
Damn, my ear must be getting old.
Well,
Usually from a voice, I can tell who people are.
Jeff Maxwell played Igor on MASH.
Yeah.
Except for a couple of episodes where some guy named Greg or something like that played him.
well,
I can
I'm going to announce a Thursday night guest for us. We have Will, the
Wheaton.
voiceman Rogers.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Wheaton.
Hell, I said Wheaton.
No, that's the week after.
No, good deal.
No, but Will Rogers, he used to be with the that South Pittsburgh station that had Swap and Shop. But yeah, that guy.
That's Jeff Maxwell.
Okay.
But Will does cartoon voices, all the cartoon voices. He can do the entire Simpson cast, Family Guy, American Dad, Scooby Doo, all the Dukes of Hazzard. Heather and Skunk may remember him from the Eastridge Halicon that I did. Heather's just off in her own little world.
I'm listening. I
She
don't
just doesn't have
remember it.
response.
I was sitting there
I
going,
don't
if she's
remember it.
nodding off, I ain't making a single Aunt Sleepy joke.
I do not remember him.
Oh, okay.
See, I mean,
We've had him on the show before, haven't we?
No, we hadn't had Will on yet.
I'm trying to remember. Is he the guy that did Elvis for Dutch that one time?
No,
Or is it-
that's Walter. That's Walter
That's
Wright. Yeah, Will does voice impressions.
See, that was the problem. They have the same initials. That's what's throwing me off. No, I don't remember Will Rogers.
Oh,
I know
Will-
Roger Wilco.
And the only Will Rogers I remember is like the cowboy humorist from like the late 1800s.
who did we lose?
1800s.
I don't know him personally, but I remember his legacy. So
He
John,
was talking about
John hit the wrong
politicians.
button.
He was talking about politicians in the 60s. I mean, shit.
I had to go through.
I was trying to figure out who did we lose? Who did we lose? So Donna, give us something to talk about. There he is. Come on back in, John. We know you hit the wrong button.
Well, actually, yes, but I hit the wrong button.
Come out of the John, boy.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Okay.
I was getting ready to take a break and just hit the wrong button.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a break.
All right.
Okay, go into the
All right.
John.
Now, Donna.
Okay. I have a bit of trivia for you. Have you
Okay.
ever watched? Did you ever watch the movie Usual Suspects? Never watched it.
Doesn't come
Well,
to mind.
There's a
I'll be right back.
a scene where they're all lined up.
Oh yes,
That one, and they're all laughing, giggling.
yeah.
That is actually a blooper because I don't remember his name, but the tall, dark guy in the middle.
Benicio del Toro.
Yes.
Yes, that's the one. He was farting through the whole scene.
I do remember having read that.
Yeah, he was farting through the whole scene, and that they kept breaking up. And at first, the director was mad because this was supposed to be a serious scene, but they decided later just to leave it in as they had done it.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
It was, when he was, they couldn't stop laughing after that, no matter what they did. And then somebody had pointed out to the director that it seems like, but none of these guys are taking this seriously. And because, later on, you get all those great lines from like Kevin Kline and stuff like that. And it's like, they're all just cracking jokes and making fun of the cops the entire time. So it was kind of funny when they were doing that, when that farting thing happened, that it just worked. It's like perfect.
Yeah. Now, wasn't that the one
serendipitous moment?
Yeah, really. Sometimes when accidents happen, the director has to go, cut, print.
Joe, what were you saying?
Isn't that the one where Kevin Kline was actually the bad guy?
You're thinking of Kevin Spacey.
Spacey, okay.
Spacey, yeah.
Kevin Spacey, you find out at the very, very end, was the guy that they were looking for.
Yeah.
Kevin Kline's in the movie, and he's a major part of the film. He's one of the guys on the heist that gets caught. But Kevin Kline is he's just a smart mouth. That's his whole entire thing. He's a jerk. He has a line that I can't say because, we're trying to keep the show family friendly, but it's pretty funny.
It's after midnight.
I know, but still.
Why, do you really want me to say it, Joe?
Yeah, go ahead. It's a movie quote. We can go.
The cop looks at him and he goes, "You know what's going to happen to you if you do another turn in prison?" And he looks back at the cop and he goes, "I'm going to fuck your father in the ass and then have a snack."
Pretty much.
And Joe, I've been behaving myself, haven't I?
Yes, you have, and I'm sort of surprised.
I do that when I'm on other people's show.
Well, you have to join us on the after show where you don't have to behave yourself.
Yeah. No, we good.
Well, one of the things about our drunken rant is that somebody on the show drops that F-bomb quite often. And I won't mention names.
Carl.
Oh, no. Carl is finally, after 32 years of being married to me, will drop it once in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's me.
And then they have every time Carl hits one of the little pictures that comes up, says, "Sorry, Nana."
Yeah, that got started. A friend of ours' grandmother was on Facebook, and every time she'd cuss, she'd go, "Now, Bethany, you've been raised better than that." She'll type it in, and Bethany would type back, "Sorry, Nana." And it just kind of got started around the house here. Every time something happened, we go, "Oh, sorry, Nana." And it got into the show, and I think now we've got just almost everybody saying "Sorry, Nana" every time they cuss.
It's a family tradition.
Yeah.
We might actually start that. Sorry, Nana.
And he's got one of those plain things with the banner behind it.
Yeah.
With my picture on it that says "Sorry, Nana." And now he's got one with his.
Yeah.
And he's got one now with Brian Morris's name, face that says "Sorry, Nana."
Does Brian ever cuss?
when he's on our show,
Okay. 'Cause on his show,
he behaves himself.
he behaves himself on his show. Brian was a great guest on our show. He had us rolling.
He is. And have you ever met him in person?
No, I've never met him in person.
Well, what you see online is what you get in real life too. He's hilarious.
Yeah, well, what you see on my show is pretty much me. I'm laid back and all that, but of course, these guys saw a side of me a week ago that I even apologized to them because I don't like saying stuff like that.
He was demonstrating his inner Samuel L. Jackson for a few scant moments there.
Oh yeah, we saw that show, and then he was on our show the next night apologizing, and I'll say it again. You were very eloquent, and I agreed with everything that you said. And I think you were right to say it.
It just, hey, we lost Blake.
He turned his camera off.
No, we lost. Oh yeah, he turned his camera off. Okay. Wait a minute, we lost Blake.
No, he just turned his camera off.
No, he's still on satellite.
Yeah, he's off to the side. Oh, but yeah, okay. Alexa, whose turn is it to pick the new topic?
Okay, let me pick. Aw crap, it's Joe Dog, and he better not make a fart joke.
So much for the
reprogramming. A few moments
reprogramming.
ago, I was telling you need to be nicer to Alexa.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd point that out again.
Yeah. Alexa has been trained. Alexa. Never mind. Hey, Samuel. Good night.
Sweet and naughty dreams.
Okay.
Where the
Yeah, we
kind
know
of
the one you were hoping for.
No. Oh. No. Donna, what happened the other night is I leaned up to the Alexa and I went, hey, Samuel, fuck you.
No, it was
Can't do skills, but I can help.
go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Hey, Samuel, go fuck yourself.
Sam can't do skills, but I can help.
And
Alexis and Samuel must be very close.
Evidently.
They're inseparable, I would say.
But what was so funny is we were not expecting that. And it was, we were expecting, a good Samuel Jackson comeback. And then Alexis, Samuel can't do that. It's like,
And Samuel can't perform actions. How may I help you?
yeah.
Well, no, to me, what was funny about it was that she said, Samuel can't perform tasks, but I can help. As in, like she was saying, I can help Samuel go fuck himself.
And we all just collectively lost it.
Joe got done and he goes, I'm
For a
dizzy.
good 2 minutes.
Is it lack of oxygen or am I dying?
I have not laughed that hard. I couldn't breathe. I was almost into an asthmatic attack, and I'm not asthmatic.
We were like, are you alive? Are you going to live? I'll be okay. Give me a second.
You can't plan moments like that.
No.
Well, yeah, that's why they're so interesting. When accidents like that happen, you just got to roll with it.
Yeah.
And usually try not to fall out of the chair. Oh, Heather, you are so tired.
I am.
Don't start that.
Nursing school is kicking my ass.
Hey, you got to sleep late, so don't worry about it.
No, I didn't. I still got up. And I still put my nose in a book.
Dedicated.
I have to be. There's only like 30% of the class that's passing right now.
Well, my money's on you to be top of the class.
It turns out the girl last semester, the last 2 semesters, who was always first done, always got A's, always was in a competition with herself to beat her time, failed the test. Another girl who was in our study group first semester, who's like A student, got the exact same grade I did. There was only 2 people in the class who got A's on that test. And they were low A's.
Are they cracking down, or is it just getting that much harder?
It's just getting that much harder.
Well, it is nursing school. It's going to get hard.
And the NCLEX is harder than nursing school. NCLEX is the licensure test that you have to take to get your license after you graduate. It's a predictive test. So what it is you get a minimum of so many questions and a maximum of so many questions, and there's a line, passing and failing. And once you're above the passing line for so long, after the minimum amount of questions, the test turns off. And you don't find the results of your test for anywhere from a couple of days to a week. So you have to sit there, did I pass, did I fail? Because it doesn't tell you. You have to wait until your license number pops up on your state board of nursing.
Does it do something similar when you fail?
Yeah, it does the exact same thing when you fail.
Oh, I see where
it just cuts off and you
the
leave.
Insecurity comes in. Yeah.
Yes.
That would be nerve-wracking.
When you get to the end of the test, it just turns off.
Yeah. Anywhere between right now it's between 60 and 120 because we're in COVID.
Yeah.
But normally it's between 75 and 200 and something questions.
And you don't know what the magic question number is.
It just depends on how far above you stayed for so long or how far below you stayed. And from what I've read, there's these things called select all that apply. And you have the question and there's all these answers. And you have to select all the ones that are correct.
Yep.
And you either get the whole question right or the whole question wrong. You don't get partial points for getting correct ones in those.
Oh.
Wow.
And the better you're doing, the more of those they throw at you. And that's nerve-wracking because I hate those questions.
It's designed to get harder the better you are. Oh, you're going to be outstanding then. Oh, no, I got faith in you, darling.
Don't mind me. I will be eating poverty burritos. Wow, it's what I had left in the cabinet, burritos.
Is that the freezer burritos or is that something?
Nah, it's tortillas and hot dogs and sriracha and cheese.
I have thought about putting a hot dog in a quesadilla. I mean, in a tortilla.
It's not terrible. It's a lot more calories than a slice of bread, but it's not terrible. So I'll be in and out.
I'm not afraid of calories. It's the carbs I try to fight.
Yeah, I eat them all. It's like Pokemon with me.
Oh, my supervisor at work wants me to go ahead and plan the rest of my vacation time for the rest of the year. So I've got 13 days off I have to plan to take so he can manipulate everyone else's schedule in the same job I'm in or part of the same job I'm in so that he can figure out what coverage he's got for the 2 people that are trainees, the one person that is about to retire, and me.
Dan, that one's simple. Your return to work date is January 2nd of 2021. Backdate it from there.
No. See, we just made an appointment for me to get the x-rays and exams so I can get dentures so I can finally eat again.
Okay.
And Lindsay has she's got her second set of dentures she's got to get done. So I'm the designated driver for all of that. I've got to get new safety glasses, which can only happen on a work day. The place is not open. The one that will accept the company vouchers is not open on a weekend, so I can't go on Saturday or something. Let's see. Day after tomorrow is the 16th anniversary of Lindsay and my meeting each other in person for the first time.
Well, congratulations to that.
Let's see. Early November is my birthday. Election day is my birthday. A month later is Lindsay's birthday.
I went to go see if mine fell on election day, and I was remembered, oh yeah, mine's on a Saturday this year.
Well, the weirdest thing is, when I was born, the Russians were launching Sputnik 2. And I don't think my mother planned that. Not even a giggle. Tough room.
Well, you said something about the insurance, the voucher and insurance for your eyeglasses.
Yeah. I've got to get permission from the safety dude at work to go and get safety glasses.
Well, I had vision insurance where I worked. So, I went to the America's Best Eyeglasses to get my eyeglasses. And they said, do you have vision insurance? I said, sure, here. My eyeglasses were nearly $200. I said, what about the 2 for $69 deal? Oh, well, you've got insurance.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take this back. No, we've already started that you've got insurance. The next time I went in there, they said, is your insurance the same? I said, no, I canceled it. Okay. I got out with bifocals for under $100, 2 pair.
Yeah, that's one thing I hate about the place that the company has a contract to do our eye exams and make the safety glasses. They will pad the bill with everything. I mean, they want to dilate my pupils and give me the glaucoma test. And I'm going, I'm 63 years old. Just give me a pair of glasses, okay?
Yeah, that just, that it sort of pissed me off, actually.
Well, they just wanted to milk your insurance.
No, they charged me $200.
Because you had you were supposed to fill out the form and get reimbursed.
I don't know. They didn't give me no form. I called and asked my insurance. They said, oh, yeah, we paid them $500-something. I'm going, do you know they do 2 for $69?
A $700 pair of glasses better last you for a long time, boy.
Barely lasted 2. Lasted 2 years. Oh, yeah. Doctors and insurances are scams.
Don't get me started on the healthcare system.
Okay.
I think it's more the insurance than anything else, but
it's not just the insurance; it's the healthcare system.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not getting you started.
It's a scam.
There's so much.
I think y'all have got a self-starter going that I did not pull the string there.
Yeah, somebody pick a new topic because that really is pissing me off.
How about that Babylonian Tupperware?
So who watched the sports ball tonight?
So what?
Sports ball. I was making a joke about. people who don't know anything about
Oh
sports.
yes,
Well, I
I
did
enjoyed the
watch
sports ball.
LSU beat Vanderbilt.
I heard there was something sporty going on, and thankfully it never crossed my radar today. So
I'm
Well,
happy.
Georgia
really-
also beat Auburn, so
I'm really
Yeah.
happy that the
Really?
home team
Auburn
like,
is
scored
not
points.
the team this year. That's
No.
twice Auburn's lost.
yeah. But Alabama
time,
beat
too.
Texas A&M.
They beat the
Yeah.
Aggies bad.
Yeah,
But I didn't
the
watch
only
that
college
game,
football
so-
game
Aggies
I
were
care
holding in there
about
the first
is
half. They just lost it in the second
Who
half.
did Tennessee play today?
Mizzou,
Mizzou and beat them.
Oh,
we
okay.
stomped them.
Well, I'll tell you, I look forward to bye weeks for Tennessee because I say, hey, they didn't lose.
We're on
Uh,
a 7-game winning streak right now.
Yeah, UT's a different
Five of them,
team. They're
6 of
looking
them
to
are
beat
against you, SEC teams.
The only Aggies anything I care about is best little whorehouse in Texas.
Well, the only college football game I care about is the University of Georgia versus University of Tennessee.
That's next
That way
weekend.
That way I can root for both sides, and thank you for the heads up because I want to listen to that on the radio.
I'll be watching it. I told
Mm.
one of my friends, she's a Georgia fan, and I'm a Tennessee fan. I said next week's going to be the only time in our friendship that we're going to have a problem.
No, I don't have a problem with it. I've got family in both states, so I can root for both teams. I don't care who wins. I know it's going to be a knockout game.
That's morally wrong.
Are you okay, Skunk?
That assumes that I have morals.
We're gonna Skunk. I'm gonna let Skunk talk about what's going. Skunk's a little on the downside. I am too. Skunk knew the person a little better, but I'm gonna let Skunk sort of close the show out tonight. But let's not get there. Let's get back to fussing about insurance and
No, we skipped the insurance. We're
Never
done with
skipping
that.
insurance.
Yeah,
We're on
really, we
point
don't want any
call.
terrorist
My insurance is
attacks
good.
here.
My vision insurance, luckily, is amazing. I can walk into Vision Works and walk out with a pair of glasses for $12. So,
I don't have vision.
Wow.
Dang.
yeah,
I have
David's
you see?
vision,
dental, but I don't have insurance for vision.
yeah, David's Vision does FedEx really well.
I
We
have
opted for me not to get vision insurance to save money because I don't need it.
Yeah.
I have the VA, which takes care of most things, but for vision, and this is kind of weird, I have to go to my own eye doctor and pay full price because the deductible on my wife's insurance is crazy high. So I have to pay for the optometrist, which I actually go to an ophthalmologist because, I've got floaters and all that other crap. And so, but after I pay for that and get my prescription in hand, then I can go to the VA and they'll make me a free pair of glasses.
That's good.
I have a question about the floaters thing.
Uh-huh.
Are you borderline having your retinas detached?
No, it's not
I
that
have
bad.
floaters too.
Is it progressing towards glaucoma?
Yeah.
Mine's
I mean,
blood pressure.
the doctor said, about 8 years ago, he says, you're eventually going to develop glaucoma. I said, when? He said, it could be next year. It could be 20 years. He says, you've got the makings of it. It's just a matter of time and how well you take care of yourself. And
Damn.
Have they
So-
sent you home with the line test to keep on your refrigerator? There's this sheet of paper that they give people who are predicted to get glaucoma. And you look at it, and I think it's when the lines start to get wavy or they start to not be straight that they want you to go see your doctor because it's progressed to a point. I have to go look it up. It was one of the things that we got tested on last semester. We went over eyes, ears, nose, and throat last semester.
Well,
I get another reason that I go to the ophthalmologist is so that I can get contact prescriptions too. I just, because this stuff is so late, I usually don't wear my contacts. So that's why you always see me with these readers on. But Most of the time, I can wear my contacts.
I'm at that age where I can actually see the computer screens better without my glasses than I can with them.
Yeah, my
that's
my
me.
doctor's been telling me that my closer vision is getting actually better as the
I
years
wear
go on.
bifocals, but I sincerely doubt anybody's going to take me seriously if I'm talking into the screen with my nose in the air.
Well, that's me. When we're on this thing, I'm wearing my readers. These are my normal bifocals, but I get tired of staring up like that and having the lights reflect off my lenses, and just doesn't.
Well, see, that's what I do with one of my second pairs. This right here is my bifocal prescription. This down here enhances that even more. These over here are my driving and reading bifocals. There's nothing like walking outside, getting into the car, and looking around going, whoa, damn, wrong glasses.
Oh, really? I have wound up in the parking lot at work and reach up to adjust my glasses because things are a little bit out of focus and go, oh, fuck, I forgot to put them on.
I couldn't do that. Everything is just shapes if I have my glasses off.
Now you see these are the eyeglasses that I got through my eye doctor, and they are $300.
I did not miss those days.
And here's the ones he got at Walmart.
And these are the freebies from the VA that cost me $0.
And they're actually nice. They're not birth control glasses.
I know. So,
But
I use these when I'm driving because they're actually a little narrower, a little smaller, and I've got some sunglasses that fit over these glasses, but they won't fit. They won't fit. No, it's not blue blocker, but they won't fit over these because they're a little bit wider frame. So,
well,
that
one year I actually got these.
Damn, Joe, clean those lenses.
They are nothing but my near vision from the bifocals.
Mm-hmm.
I got these expressly to use with the computer.
Yeah, well, they're readers.
And that's all they are. But and each lens is a different prescription because I'm legally blind in my left eye and just a little bit nearsighted in my right eye, but astigmatism in both.
I suffer from astigmatisms.
That's partially my problem. I cannot stand to watch a 3D movie. Makes me sick.
You make me sick.
Well, you should watch better movies then.
No, I get.
So I won't invite you over next time I'm watching a 3D movie. Not even Top Gun.
Ooh, I bet that was a good one.
Oh, they did a really good conversion. It looks great in 3D. My wife got that for me a couple of years ago.
And actually, I could see the computer screen.
And I also have The Wizard of Oz in 3D.
Really?
Dude, you've never lived till you've seen flying monkeys coming at you in 3D.
That sounds really awesome.
You met my ex-wife, I take it.
I know.
I heard the beep
No, I
and
never
then I
even
looked
touched
down.
What?
Joe did something to where he cloned himself. I heard a beep. See, when you've got the privilege, you hear a beep when somebody comes into the room, and you look down and you can see who all's in the back channel. And Joe popped up in the back channel as a duplicate.
Joe's in your back channel?
That's all we need is a clone of Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Send in the clones.
And his wife, Donna, is standing in the hallway outside the door with a frying pan going, "You ain't doing that again." And yes, I did self-edit.
All right, I'm just trying to.
He's trying to do something.
Yeah, I'm just getting.
He's always trying to do something.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Joe without Shenanigans.
It's our choice whether or not we let him get away with it.
Stop that.
I can't help it.
Damn it.
I'm sorry.
After show link. Ow!
No, we got the
Ow!
after link. Bing, bing,
Passing
bing.
it around.
Bing, 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 bing,
Quit
bing,
it, Joe.
I only do it once. Everybody starts.
They all
with,
go and they thumb up it.
Hey, the last 3 pings were John. 4.
Now we got a
I have
couple
22
Blake now.
notifications. What the hell is that all about?
Chris.
I had to do it.
And Chris isn't watching, so
Joe,
he doesn't
so help
know.
me. Oh, it's Blake.
Yep, I did 5 in a row.
You jackass.
But I
That's
got
me.
these little indications that come up on the top right corner of my monitor when people do that.
I take all that shenanigans off. No beeps, no chimes, no anything.
No,
Especially,
it
like,
comes
if
up
I'm
on
on-
my iPad
Good
unless I
Louis,
actually
Louis,
power the damn thing down.
He just took himself down.
And my phone.
Yeah, I take all those notifications off, especially if I'm doing a podcast or Discord or something. And yeah, so that's a negative.
All of my sound notifications are off. My watch buzzes, my phone
Oh.
buzzes. That's it.
Yeah, I can't stand all these extra notifications. When I got this computer
Right.
earlier this year, of course, it doesn't remember all your cookies and settings and stuff. I'm like trying to remember how to turn all the things off. So yeah.
Oh, and
The problem I have is my copy of my web browser. When I'm on here, it automatically updates the web browser on my desktop and the web browser on the iPad. So I get updates all over the place and the phone. And I'm going, guys, I'm only one dude, okay? Stop nagging.
yeah, where was I going? Something.
We got about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, about that. Yeah, Heather, you are right. You did see a flash at the bottom yesterday. They use a special chemical to ignite the rocket fuel. It squirted the chemical, but the turbo pumps didn't spin up. So now
So
they
the ignition went off, but
there
the
wasn't
fuel
no fuel.
was
Yeah.
fuel was not squirted.
Yeah.
The injectors didn't work.
They cranked the engine, but it was out of fuel.
Have they released what happened to cause the scrub?
It's a new.
I know it's a brand new booster.
That's the problem. All the new boosters have an issue until they once they start flying.
So they're going to have to take the first stage off.
No, they're just going to have to sit and do another static fire.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That should be easy enough. It's got to be scheduled, but that should be easy enough.
Yeah, they have to schedule it just in case it goes boom.
And it's 10 minutes till.
I keep waiting for you to grab the let's go to the party scene from Laugh In.
No, but I'm looking forward to getting some videos to drop in during Halicon. Like, let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the
I'm working on it.
That's one of my favorite things when I went to the drive-in was at the beginning when you're waiting for it to get dark, they play that and then they play cartoons. And then in between the movies.
Did they play that one or did they actually have to go to the snack bar?
I'll be right back.
Because the drive-in, you used to have to go to snack.
Yeah.
Unless you
They
were
have-
Actually working on
everything
that.
at Dollar General store and took it with you.
We had a DVD that had all of those old films for all of that stuff, and they still had the Let's Go to the Lobby on there for but even though it was for drive-ins. They also had the really famous strip with they still use up there at in Athens, at that drive-in up there in
The
Athens.
swinging midway.
They have the circus intermission. The show starts in 10 minutes, and then it would cut to the snacks from the snack bar, right? Doing different circus acts. Like there was the hot dog that would jump into the bun and stuff like that.
My sister and I went up there once and we were drinking. I know you're not supposed to do that. We saw that clip. Oh my gosh, we were rolling.
But that was
Hot dog jumping into the hot dog bun.
one of my dad's. There were two things that were on that DVD that my dad absolutely loved. One was there was old commercials on there as well, from like the 60s and 70s. Like there's a 60s Pepsi commercial in there that's all like stuff you would see in a Beatles music video from that time period. I mean, it was ridiculous, 60s psychedelic artwork for a Pepsi commercial.
What was that artist's name that was famous for that sort of stuff?
Warhol?
No.
But
Max.
Max
Lord.
Headroom.
No.
The artist that did the Beatles' Yellow Submarine
Max.
cover.
I had his paper airplane book.
And that was real famous back in the early 70s, late 60s, because everything.
Alexa, who designed the Yellow Submarine album cover?
Here's something I found from the article Oranges and
Just
Lemons
give me a
album on
name, damn it.
Wikipedia. The cover art was intended to resemble the work of Heinz Edelman, the art director for the 1968 film Yellow Submarine.
It didn't tell me a damn thing.
yeah, it said Heinz Ederman or whatever.
She danced all around the answer, but
Okay.
The commercial.
I'm going to challenge. I want everybody to help me with this. Challenge every computer geek to come up with a sci-fi convention version of Alexa that you can add to your computer, so that Alexa will know all the sci-fi geek trivia stuff.
Peter
Here's
Max.
Peter
Max.
Max. That's why we couldn't remember it.
Yeah.
Alexa, who is Peter Max?
According to Wikipedia, Peter Max is a German-American artist known for using bright colors in his work. Works by Max are associated with the visual arts and culture of the 1960s.
Alexa,
particularly
stop.
psychedelic.
Okay. Now what's going?
And as I was saying, there were all the commercials were for the local area that they had gotten all these films from. So there would also be commercials in there for things like the local bank and grocery stores and stuff like that, pharmacies. But there was also a commercial that was a public service announcement sort of thing, or campaigning to abolish daylight savings time. I know, because that was
I'm all for that.
way back.
Aren't they doing that right now?
That was a big thing because businesses were like, farmers should get up with the sun and we don't have to change the times on everything and all this other stuff. And it was really weird seeing that. My dad liked that, and he also liked, there was a version of the national anthem that was complete with this amazing patriotic artwork that went along with it. Problem was, this was an old beat up, roll of like 16 millimeter film that they had digitized for this DVD. So it got faster and slower. It was at a sync. It would be choppy. I mean, it would obviously been taped back together a few times. Like, it was distorted. It was so cool. It was the most like grindhouse metal punk rock thing you could ever see. It was pretty awesome.
And we got somebody that commented. Somebody threw a comment.
My dad, he whenever he does the drive-in stuff, he always has me get copies of that.
Yeah, Chris. Well, at one time I jumped in there so we could do a Brady Bunch. We finally got to do a
Let's
Brady
get Chris
Bunch.
here.
Yeah, Chris.
Jump in. You can be
got
Bobby
enough-
Brady.
I know you got enough hamsters in your internet.
But you just but you need to do it quick because we're fixing.
Yeah, we're
to jump
just 3
straight.
minutes from close.
And we're just we're dedicating this show tonight to one of Skunk's friends. Skunk, if you want to talk about him for a minute.
Been a rough week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Friday morning, Andrew Germain, who's known to us in the local or not even the local, but across the country, independent pro wrestling. He was known as Drew Game, and he passed away Thursday night. We found out Friday morning. He was 39 years old. He wrestled for over 20 years. He was the first TWE champion. He held several titles at AIWF. He's held titles all over the country. He traveled everywhere. Drew was a really sweet guy. Drew was never a negative person ever, and just the way he carried himself, the way he interacted with the people, inside and outside the business, is always had a kind thing to say. If he was never rude, he was never mean. It's sort of like you think about like Robin Williams and how people gotta, they put on a character to make everybody else feel better, and that was definitely the kind of guy that he was. He always wanted to make sure everybody around him was doing good, and he was always just an upbeat, positive personality. It was great to have him in any locker room.
And did a lot of charity work.
He did. He worked with Pops for Patients, and helped out with that. So he wasn't just this guy. He wasn't just a local professional wrestler. He was confolk. He was one of us. His daughter was an artist. She's an amazing artist, and he was this amazing chef. Like, he just was. He was a good dude.
And we're dedicating tonight's show to him. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Skunk, for such a great eulogy for him. And we're headed over to the Stupid After Show. And after that, we will see y'all next Thursday night at 9 p.m. We're planning on having a special guest, Will Rogers. Thanks you, and we'll see y'all next week.
Oh, that's nice.
That's very nice.
I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.